Two dartists who are very much quick on the draw in the Premier League. 5 stalemates for Raymond van Barneveld. 4 ties for David Chisnall. Wonder if we're going to see another one, just as it was when they met in week 5. Barney missed a double top to win that game, ended up 6-all. RBB has drawn 5 on the trot, Nigel. It's an extraordinary run. It's got to end sooner or later. Wonder if he'll be tonight when he's got 2 games, of course, because he plays Peter Wright late on.
Yeah, just the 1 defeat for Van Barneveld in 9 outings in this Premier League campaign. 3rd after Judgment Night, and Chisnall hits the first 180 of the game. He's hit 44 in the Premier League tournament so far, as opposed to Van Barneveld's 31. But yep, just the 1 defeat for Raymond van Barneveld. And one can only imagine if it had turned a couple of those draws into wins, it'd have been challenging Van Gerwen at the top of the table as well. Really has been a fine campaign, but he'll be looking to kick on here, Van Barneveld, and seal his place in the top 4.
Well, Chisnall was flying by the seat of his pants last week on Judgment Night. Wes Newton had him on the ropes. Missed starts at double to really hammer home his advantage, and had he done so, Chisnall wouldn't have been here. It would have been Newton. Let's see if he can go out on 136. Another treble 20 to lead double 8.
128.
So often it appears as though a player has done all the hard work. Now, Van Barneveld, can he break Chisnall in the first leg? He's going to go for 16 for Bull here now. What a start for Raymond van Barneveld. A Bull finish, first leg of the game, and a breaker throw as well. Simply stunning start.
It looks mean, RBB. John Part-esque snarl coming in from the big Dutchman, who fires in a 140 opening salvo at the start of the second here in Sheffield. Looking good, Raymond.
He is, and you bear in mind Chisnall hit a 180 in that first leg as well.
83.
Quality leg of darts from Raymond van Barneveld. Only defeat of the Premier League to Wes Newton in week 2 in Bournemouth. Ironically, Wes, one of 2 players eliminated last
45.
week. Simon Whitlock, who knew his fate was sealed before going to Cardiff last week, but Newton and Whitlock, the 2 players to miss out. Here comes Chisnall again. 2 180s in 2 legs. Well, if this is a sign of things to come, the Sheffield crowd are in for a treat.
You can count yourself unlucky, really, Chisnall, to have lost that first leg. Missed double 8 for a 136, as you said, he hit the maximum in that leg also. But it hasn't deterred him.
95.
That win last week against Wes Newton, only his 2nd of the tournament, Chisnall. The other one came in week 1, so it was a long time between drinks.
100.
Yeah, for Chisnall, just the 2 wins. That's why he was in the relegation scrap.
$57. Raymond 116.
So here comes Van Barneveld now to take a 2-0 lead. 20 for double 18 for a 116 finish. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! What a start from Raymond van Barneveld with a 116 finish and a 2-leg cushion. Now there's pressure on Chisnall already to hold his throw here. What a start as well! Wow, this is breathtaking.
Every leg has featured a 180 from Dave Chisnall, and the previous 2 have both gone in the end to RBB.
85.
Chisnall at the moment sitting 6th in what is now an 8-man league. Barneveld 3rd.
But only 2 points behind Lewis in 4th place. It's going to be very tight, very tense. The Steel City crowd loving what they're seeing already here. First game of the night. Van Barneveld will be up on the final game against Peter Wright.
123.
Chisnall playing okay here. You'd fancy him to get a leg on the board now with the throw. Van Barneveld well behind.
Well, to be fair to Chisnall,
45.
he was on a double when Barneveld went out 81 on the bull. He was lying on 86 when Barneveld went out 116. He's got time here, so he can afford a loose visit.
36.
That shouldn't matter in the final analysis in this leg.
Scrappy from Barney.
30.
That's poor.
62.
And still 6 darts for Chisnall if he needs them. Tops now.
42.
Well, he can count himself a little bit fortunate that Van Barneveld's not on a finish here, making a little bit of hard work out of this. Now, this will be some little point that he's going to make here, but Chisnall surely this time to take a leg.
Number 10.
Yes. On the third leg.
So Dave Chisnall's on the scoreboard.
Full leg is Raven to throw first.
And on the balance of play, difficult to argue that he doesn't deserve to be. Look at this, the silky smooth Dutchman.
140.
3 maximums for Chisnall, none for RVB. Chisnall ahead on the averages, and yet Barney ahead where it really matters on the scoreboard.
Well, it's a high-quality start to the night, isn't it? And the averages speak for themselves. Brilliant performance in 3 legs of darts. That one break of throw in Barney's favour. Plenty of room in the middle and can't quite find the treble. Good crowd once again here at the arena in Sheffield.
Looking for a 4th.
Well, that was remarkable because he seemed to snatch that last dart. Just seemed to snatch it with the delivery and it still hit the target. And now Chisnall is putting Van Barneveld under some pressure.
Well, extending a remarkable streak, he has hit a maximum in every single leg, this being the 4th.
57.
The Yorkshire crowd really getting into the Premier League darts tonight. Of course, only recently we were up in Leeds, West Yorkshire, South Yorkshire 95. Tonight in Sheffield.
Debut 124.
Now, how Chizzy would love to take this out. He can go treble 18 for the bull.
Oh. 99.
Terrific effort.
Debut 122.
That rattled Barneveld's cage, for sure. Needs the treble above that first dart. Unlucky, just too far. Just pitched it just fractionally over
90.
the top. So Chisnall to level up now.
25.
To level the match. Double 8 for Chizzy. This is a big shot now.
17.
Well adrift of the target. Snatched at the last dart again, Dave Chisnall. Double 16 for the Dutchman. Not the easiest of lies with the first dart. And Chisnall knows he's let Van Barneveld off the hook there, Rod.
No question. An Achilles heel has been found again, I'm afraid,
48.
for the man from St Helens. Missed darts at double. He's had 6 attempts tonight. He's missed 5 of them. And those 2 there could prove crucial.
Well, this would hurt Chisnall. That hurts Chisnall all right. Perfect timing with the first 180 for Van Barneveld.
140.
Slacked first visit from Chisnall. Van Barneveld punished it with a 180.
Well, he was threatening to make it 5 legs on the trot with a maximum, which is astonishing.
59.
Even by his standards, but that's the difference. Barney hitting 3 from 4, and Chisnall just 1 out of 6.
60.
Chisnall averaging a ton. Van Barneveld 98.6 is how it is with a 3-dart average at the moment. Switched across nicely. Van Barneveld had to do that.
128.
Lovely use of the treble 18. Well, if Van Barneveld breaks Chisnall here, you have to fear for Chizzy. Now plenty of room for a third! And Dave Chisnall has hit a 180 in every leg of this match, but could be staring at a 4-1 deficit. Remarkable treble 14. Oh, he's hit treble 11. Now, there's pressure on Chisnall. Has to take this out.
David 73.
Get it back to 3-2. He can hit the trebles, he can't hit the doubles. That leaves tops. Oh, brilliant finish. Super leg that from Chisnall. He went out 15 darts, featured another maximum. 5 maximums in 5 legs. This time he's nailed the double as well. And he's back in business, just 3-2 behind.
And the pressure was on big time. Van Barneveld waiting to pounce for a 4-1 advantage. And from there, you would have to fear for Chisnall. But he's still in the match. Hanging on in there. Here we go again.
140.
Not quite, but still scoring well, averaging 104.5, and Barneveld's averaging a ton as well. Terrific start to the night here in Sheffield.
140.
Remember, Barney has to play twice. Plays Peter Wright last game. Next on, Wright Anderson, then MBG Thornton, and then the marquee fixture, Phil Taylor against Adrian Lewis.
140.
Switching down now.
43.
Poor last start from Van Barneveld. Again, just seemed to snatch at that first start. Chizzy, top player though. We've seen that with 5 180s, 6-ton 40s, 107 average. It's just the finishing that has let Chisnall down, but my goodness, he needed that last leg, didn't he? That was absolutely crucial.
95.
Well, this is for a 12-dart leg here
81.
for Chisnall, and more importantly to level the match. This is for an 11-dart leg then, and it is an 11-dart leg. So Chisnall ties it up at 3 apiece, 107.5 average. That's way above anything he's produced so far in this league. 103 is best so far. Maybe the relief of staying afloat last week has suddenly released the pressure.
Could we be looking
81.
at a 6th draw in 10 matches for Raymond Van Barneveld? Chisnall has already drawn 4 of his games.
55.
Credit Chisnall, because not so long ago he was looking at a 4-1 deficit, pegged it back to 3-all now, game very much on.
66.
Well, I think he actually lost to Wayne Mardle in an exhibition. I mean, what sort of performance is that to come into a game like this against RBB? He could be forgiven for his confidence to being at rock bottom losing a game like that, but this is a superb performance from Chisnall, his best of the league so far.
Who told you he lost to Mardle?
It was Mardle.
60.
So, an important phase of this game now. First game of the night. Lovely cover. Oh, that was brilliant from Van Barneveld. 103 still averaging Chisnall. This is scrappy though.
90.
Good recovery with the last dart.
Could do with splitting the difference. Well,
94.
Switched across. Fair shout. Leaves 118. So we'll have a chance. He's had a 116 already tonight, Barney.
140. Ranger 118.
Now Van Barneveld, who played Adrian Lewis last week in what many people were thinking could have been the match of the night. Oh, double 19 here for a break.
80.
Oh, the width of the wire.
Danger 64.
Chisnall now to step forward to hold his throw.
Take the lead for the first time also. Great chance now, double 8, 2 darts in hand. 1 dart in hand.
56.
Well, we saw that before on double 8, inside, outside, with 2 darts.
Double trouble for Chisnall. Double 19 for Van Barneveld. Oh, simply superb. Raymond Van Barneveld retakes the lead and has a break of throw in his favour as well with that finish.
Dave Chisnall has never led in this match. Hauled his way back to 3-3, 3-1 down. but couldn't go on with it. Now the yellow peril is in peril again. A breakdown.
100.
World Grand Prix finalist Dave Chisnall, of course, last year. And a win for Van Barneveld will put him on to 13 points. That'll be 4 wins, 5 draws and just the 1 defeat in 10 games going into the second outing, the last game of the night tonight for Van Barneveld. And having broken back and taken a 4-3 lead, you can be sure he will be absolutely desperate to build on that, go 5-3 up, and the finish line will be in sight.
59.
Well, he should have beaten Chisnall in week 5. He led 6-5 and missed tops to win, ended up 6-6. He's got Chisnall where he wants him again here.
100.
Barney has the break. Barney just needs to hold 3 more times, including this leg, and he'll win. And they'll put him in a very strong position for qualification. Top 4 to play on finals night at the O2.
Meanwhile, Dave Chisnall, with 2 wins under his belt so far,
44.
really could do with getting something
110.
from this match. Of course, he survived Judgment Night last week, and what effectively was a straight shootout with his good pal Wes Newton. Now double 18 for a 5-3 lead. That is brilliant finishing. Raymond Van Barneveld, 63% to the double tonight. And he's in a good position now.
He loves double 18.
137.
The darts attracted as if to a magnet in that double 18 when Barney throwing. Twice he's hit it at the end of 3-figure combos.
100.
He looks calm, he looks under control. It's about time Chisnall hit another 180, I think. The finishing,
100.
Van Barneveld making all the difference with that 63% at the double. Chisnall 5 180s in the first 5 legs. Van Barneveld just the one, but
100.
the finishing has seen Van Barneveld to a 5-3 lead here. Chisnall still averaging 102.
100.
Yeah, remarkable. Not often you average 102 and change and get beat. Barney has picked his time, he's picked his moment, and he's picked his spot.
Danger 164.
Treble 18 for Bull. Needs the bullseye. Oh, yes! What a response from Chizzy! And what a start to the night here in the Steel City. Chisnall hanging on in there. 5-4 Barney.
100.
He's kept his hopes alive. Had he missed that and Barney gone out, Barney goes 6-3 up. And Barney guaranteed at least another point. Chisnall just scrapping for a share of the spoils. Now he can still win.
Last week
40.
in Cardiff, Barney and Lewis were expecting a classic. Didn't happen. This has turned out to be a much better game than that one. Terrific game. And Barneveld 3rd in the Premier League. But if he can get 2 points tonight, he'll be in a great position. Chisnall on 8 and looking for a 6th 180. Has to settle for the 140. So Chisnall desperate for the 2 points tonight.
Well, Van Gerwen and Wright are in a
96.
very good shape, 14 and 13 points respectively, but pretty congested amongst the others. The other 6 runners, plenty of room.
100.
The big setup visit coming up now from Van Barneveld. Treble 19 working a treat for him. Poor first start from Chizzy. Oh, what a response.
121.
Brilliant. Well, to be fair, Chisnall's shown a lot of character in this game. You've got to admire him. 87 left.
92.
Well, now Chisnall,
Debut one, 100.
a level tongue. Wants the treble for the double. Treble 15 leaves tops now. Or treble 19 would be equally useful. That is not useful.
40.
Well, that is
Debut
disappointing for
16.
Dave Chisnall. Beaten tonight in this game.
Games on the 10th
And Raymond van Barneveld has got another point
The
guaranteed in the
next
Premier League.
Game on.
12-point game.
Games on the 10th
And Raymond van Barneveld has got another point
The
guaranteed in the
next
Premier League.
Game on.
12 points to his name now. Can he go on and secure only his 4th win of the season? Raymond van Barneveld.
He's only lost once though, hasn't he, Nigel? You mentioned to Wes Newton in week 2.
58.
It's a pretty remarkable record, and he guarantees himself a point, hikes himself up to 12 points. Only lose one of your first 10 games.
94.
That's very decent form at this level of play.
Yeah, very consistent, Raymond van Barneveld, and as we see here, Chisnall now 8 points, can only get up to 9 with a draw, but has to win the next 2 legs. Van Barneveld, yes, has been very impressive throughout these Premier League games. Week 10 now in Sheffield.
59.
Only 59 for Chizzy. Big score for Barney here. Will put him under severe pressure.
100.
We've got to hold and then got to break Chisnall. Despite averaging almost 102, he's on the brink of defeat here. I think that last leg where he failed to set the shot up to any
60.
degree has really rattled him, because he's come out and thrown some pretty ordinary stuff in this 11th leg.
Just dropped short there with the treble.
45.
Barney's disappointed with that.
154.
A big score there, and Chisnall would have been under severe pressure. Is there any way back for Dave Chisnall?
134.
Well, that was a good setup.
Well, it appears for all money that it'll go down to the final leg. Barney will have the dart.
65. Debut 120.
He'd have to hold to win, so there's still a chance of a bit of point pinching from Chisnall. Some pickpocketry, double 10, and he takes it to the final leg. Barneveld has to hold, so Chisnall's still a squeak.
And yet again, a Premier League game goes the distance. Seems to be the theme of this year. Now, that's a
59.
poor start for Barney. The door is open for Chisnall now. How he'd love a 180 here. There's one treble 20.
140.
Decent top 40 in the context of Barney's first visit, though.
Well, he is on a sequence of 5 consecutive draws, Van Barneveld. He doesn't want to make it 6. He wants to make it 3 treble 20s and 3 maximums in the match for RVB.
Chizzy fighting away. Can he steal a point? On the balance of play, does he deserve a point, perhaps, Chisnall?
56.
And a terrific contest, and that's poor again from Barney. Oh, what a response. Chisnall battling away.
83.
Oh, nip and tuck. You'd have to make Barneveld favourite, though. 6 darts from here. Ideal. And now the treble 18 for a setup par excellence.
121.
That's slack. Left a 2 darter, but he'd have expected to leave a single darter.
Chisnall won't give up. Still in with a chance.
140.
And what that's done,
185.
it has put Raymond van Barneveld under pressure for this 85 for the match. needs the bull for the match.
60.
And the door is open for Dave Chisnall
David 138.
to get a point on the board here.
Well, for yet another draw for Chisnall, it would be his 5th, it would be Barneveld's 6th. Choice to go straight for it at double 19 or choose another double. Now he's in trouble. Now he's in big trouble.
36.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Over to you, Barney. 9 for double 8 for the match. Big shot coming in here now. He gets it! Raymond van Barneveld scrapes by a determined Dave Chisnall. A terrific way to start the night here in Sheffield. And Raymond van Barneveld, with just 1 defeat in 10, opens up with a victory that moves him on to 13 Premier League points. And he'll be back later in the evening to face Peter Wright. Great start, great darts, and plenty more to come.